Welcome to Charter's Local Edition. My name is Brad Pomerantz. Our guest is the Chancellor of the University of California at Riverside. His name is Tim White, and we're so glad to have you, sir. Thank you so much.
Glad to be here, Brad.
Well, UCR is hot as usual. We would expect nothing less from our Inland Empire campus, but you are looking to expand. And you're looking to expand in the area of a medical school. Talk to us about why UCR's next big step is in creating a school of medicine.
It's really driven by the healthcare needs of our inland Southern California. Two numbers. The number of physicians practicing in our area are about half of the rest of California.
Really?
So if you live in this area, you have a 1 in 2 chance of finding a specialist or a primary care doc. Secondly, 40% of that workforce is age 55 or older.
Wow.
So they'll be leaving the workforce in the next 10 or 15 years. That, coupled with the population explosion that's going on in our area, you know, these counties around here will be well over 5 million, within the next 10 years or so. We really have a train wreck coming, and so it's being driven by the healthcare needs and the access for all Californians to a UC medical school education.
Now, I think many of us would be very excited about that prospect. The challenge is, as you are looking to build this campus, as we hit one of the worst economic times in the history of the Republic. And so my question is, how are you dealing with those fiscal challenges?
Well, we're motivated by Noah because the ark wasn't built when the storm was here.
There you have it.
But financially, you're right. We're in a very difficult moment, but the need is so great. And when you think about the future economy of this region, it requires a healthy workforce, a diverse workforce. What better than having a medical school to help provide physicians to have that, as well as the economic stimulus that comes from a medical school in areas of biotechnology, inventions, patterns, getting ideas into marketplace.
Well, speaking of stimulus, you kind of sparked my mind. Is there any way to get federal stimulus dollars for it? Because it is a public institution and they want shovel-ready projects, so what do you think?
We are shovel-ready, we are Highlander-ready,
right.
And we are talking to our federal delegation about exactly that, and we have some very promising opportunities there. So while the state may be, having economic difficulties, the nation is as well. People see this not as a cost, but as an investment of the future for California.
Now, Assembly Member Bill Emerson, who represents parts of the Inland Empire, a dentist himself,
yes,
is a big booster,
yes,
of the medical school. I know he's been working very hard to get state dollars. We're talking directly with the governor. Any update on the success or lack of on that front?
We're still in the hunt. The budget has been passed. The next time the budget gets touched is in May or June, after the tax revenues are in and
right,
the public at large votes in May on the special election. So we're anticipating in May or June to have some good news to report, some state money in here.
So no state money in the last budget?
That's correct, but it's a work in progress.
Okay.
We also have a very large gift that has been given to us, a $10 million gift.
That's a nice amount.
And it's in a paper bag, and it's waiting for the state to put its money in to give us the paper bag.
It's a matching.
And so the governor and the legislators are aware of that leveraged gift. And so, we're it's a tough circumstance, and I'm a realist about that. I'm disappointed we haven't been successful yet, but I am no means disheartened by this.
Now, what's the total budget to build the campus, the medical school?
The medical school requires initially $15 million a year, 15 a year, and that will grow as we get students to where the state has to pay about $26 million a year, which is what they pay for medical students' education at UCLA and UCSF and around the state. And then in addition to that, the students are paying a hefty fee. There's grants and contracts, there's private giving. So the overall enterprise, adds up pretty quickly to around $100 million a year. But to launch it,
yeah,
we've launched it. To build it, we need $15 million a year.
1.5.
1.5 recurring in the out years, slowly incrementing 10 years from now.
Tim White, best of luck. I know we would really enjoy having that medical school here sooner rather than later.
Thank you.
You bet. For Charter's Local Edition, my name is Brad Pomerantz.